and as soon as you call it the first time, it sort of temporarily stores your number. And if it hears a loud sound in the room, and that's, I'm guessing one of the microphones is purely dedicated to a sound detection circuit, then it will call you if it's got a credit in the SIM. And it's quite interesting in the sense that, you know, if you wanted to hear what happened in a room only when people came in, that's what it would do. As soon as there was sound in the room, it would call you. And to turn that off, you just send it a text, 0000, and that turns that mode off, and it will only respond to being called. And if to turn it on again, you'd send the text 1111. But whenever you actually take the SIM out, that seems to revert back to automatically turning on. The other functions it's got, if you send it the text DW, it does return a code for the nearest base station that it's connected to the cellular tower, which is how they're justifying it being a tracker, but it's not a tracker at all. Because the nearest tower, if you're in the middle of nowhere, it could be miles away, it could really be, you know, there's no it's not accurate. You're not going to get 1 meter accuracy like this thing. It's just staggering the accuracy this gives. But this thing, I mean, this thing is typically accurate to within 1 meter. It sends links back to Google Maps. It's ridiculous. It's fantastic. But this thing is just going to give a rough guide, and it's not going to work in all countries. The other function it's got is SOS. There's a little SOS button here. If you send it the text SOS, it stores that number as that you sent it the text from as the SOS number. And if someone presses the button, it calls that number, and you can listen into what's happening. So that could just be an emergency device, so that if someone was being, you know, I don't know, interrogated, bullied, whatever, you could hear what was happening. But it's an interesting device. So let's open it and see what's inside.